Hi everybody, this is Rob and Kurt with Two Brothers Hobby, and today we're taking a look at the ParkZone Albatros DVa Park Flyer.
Park Flyer, bind and fly.
Bind and fly. Kurt, can you tell me anything about the Albatros?
No, I really can't.
All right, then I will.
I recognize it. I've flown a lot of them. The blunt nose, I've always liked the fuselage design.
Yeah.
You know, the typical spectator type stuff, I can tell you about it.
Okay.
And the wheels are actually scale.
Yes, they are.
They're gray wheels.
That's right.
So
that's right. That was interesting.
Little things.
Yeah.
I pick up the little things. You know?
That's a nice looking model.
It's kind of like a chicken out in the yard picking a little shiny thing on the ground.
Yeah. You might eventually find a quarter and have a good day.
There you go.
All right. Well,
you tell us about the Albatros.
All right, I will. The Albatros D5A was, one in a series. It was the really one of the last installments of the Albatros series, starting out with the Albatros B1, I believe. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, it was introduced earlier in the war, and really took control of the skies when it did. It was faster, it was more nimble, and really it was unique that the Germans came out with such a streamlined body so early in its flight's infancy, when everything was a box. But yet, towards the end of the war, they reverted back to that boxy fuselage. But the Albatros is a very highly modeled plane in the RC industry. You see a lot of guys pick them for scale models and stuff. Yep. And they're sharp. They're a very attractive looking plane, and they're very easy to pick out. I mean, it's like the Corsair of World War II or something.
Yeah, it's very, very recognizable.
Yeah,
and
very
for
much.
me, there's the box fuselage of World War I, and then there's the non-box fuselage.
Yeah.
It's really in those two separate categories.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
very recognizable for me.
Definitely.
Not being a World War I.
Oh, that's all right.
Aficionado.
I'm not a helicopter guy.
I mean, I like flying the planes, but as
Yeah.
far as getting into the history of it and stuff, hey, everybody's got their thing. You're more World War I, I'm more World War II.
All right. Well, why don't you give us some specs on this World War I plane?
Let's get back to the details.
Yeah.
ParkZone Albatros D5A has a 42.3-inch wingspan. Overall length is 35 inches. The all-up weight is 43.4 ounces. The installed motor on our bind and fly is a 480 size 960 kV brushless outrunner. The installed ESC is an E-Flight 30 amp Pro switch mode ESC. It included batteries of 3S 1800 milliamp 15C LiPo battery. It included chargers, a 2 to 3 cell DC variable rate LiPo charger. And then the radio system components that are installed, 4 digital servos, and a Spectrum AR600 DSM2 DSMX receiver. Assembly time was less than 45 minutes for our kit. And the selling price at the time of this review is $199.99. Now the only thing we have that we didn't list in the specs is the radio system we used, and we used our DX8 Spectrum to bind to the AR600.
Bind to the fly.
Bind it and fly it.
Yep.
Rob, you did the assembly on this. Go ahead and
Yes.
take us through it quickly if you could.
Sure. Well, nice thing with this kit is there's not a lot of pieces when you do pull it out of the box. You've got the main, starting at the fuselage. Everything's installed for you that would need to be put into the fuse. As Kurt had mentioned, the servos are all there. The motor's already installed, ESC, receiver, and also all the linkages for the tail. So moving on to the wings, we've got our two bottom wing, top wing. Top wing has the ailerons, has all the linkages installed and connectors for that. The tail plane, the horizontal stabilizer, has everything hinged for you. You just basically have to put that in with one screw. Where you'll find the most amount of parts are going to be at the struts and for the landing gear. You've got several pieces there, but they're not hard. The nice thing with the struts is the outer wing struts snap into place basically. They've got a hinging method, and then you put them in with a pin, like a keeper rod. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot to it. Like Kurt said, for under 45 minutes, we were pretty much done. So
yeah, put it together and fly it. Speaking of flying it, let's go ahead and take a break for the viewers.
All right,
from
that's
this
fine.
dribble, and go to some flying footage, and then make sure you come back to part 2, the review scoring.